Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of our most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Forgive me laughing because no matter how much I think I'm ready, I'm not quite ready yet. I got windows open. I'm using the wrong accounts. Tiffany's already laughing in the background, I'm sure, from Canadian family life. But thank you everybody for being here. So the very first channel we're looking at is ChatBot Gaming, and this is somebody who's been with us for about 4 years now, and they've actually got a couple channels, so I'll show you the second one in a moment. And ChatBot Gaming has been a dear friend. They're here with us frequently in Tuber Chat, but I see them out supporting other creators as well. And when we look at what they're doing on their channel, they're mixing up a lot of the most popular video games in video shorts and now streams as well. And when we think about that, we see that we can dig through the videos here. Scarface is the latest one. They're doing some classic Grand Theft Auto. Lately, they've been doing walkthroughs, so they're kind of putting these out as like almost a series. But as you dig through the channel, you see a lot more variety there. I'm a huge fan of Grand Theft Auto, of course, so I'm always happy to see that there. But they do much more. Shorts on this channel have really done well at 15,000, 46,000, one at 74,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams as well. So again, they mix up the gameplay. And as you dig through these, you're going to start to see a lot of popular games, and you realize that they mix those up as well. They're working on 5,000 subscribers, and they have been, monetized for quite some time now. And that means they've got Super Chats and memberships available to support them with when we get there. I'm just going to show you their second channel here. Pardon me while I can't seem to spell. ChatBot Vlogs and Adventures is a second channel. This is where they give us tips, tricks, tech, and tutorials. And this is from the same creator behind ChatBot Gaming. So another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They're working on 1,300 subscribers over here. And you get an idea of some of the technical tutorials that they're bringing to us here. Not really too advanced. A couple of them might be. But if you're using any software as a service, you'll probably find them useful and helpful. Shorts have already gotten into 1,000 and 1,200 views, which is great to see. And with live streams, they're usually chasing watch hours right now, so just dropping some ASMR type stuff, pleasing visuals and audio to go along with that. So hopefully, again, everybody will connect with ChatBot Gaming and ChatBot Vlogs. I missed a couple things that happened in the chat earlier. Thank you, Kelly Family Adventures, for keeping that membership going. TB's Life just grabbed a silver membership, so thank you for that. I've got you on the wheel now. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Over the course of the stream, I'm going to spin the wheel. As it picks names, we put them on the screen, talk about them for a few minutes. We're going to get to as many channels as we can in the next 3 hours. And after a long period of time, I will start adding names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Since TB's Life grabbed a silver membership, starting with the very next stream, we're going to see their channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, like we see already from Home Bartending with John. For instance, I've got them on the wheel. Butler Family Farm is there, and Just Chasing Keto and More is also on the wheel. Rambling with the Brooms and Scratching PPA, our beloved and dedicated moderator. So I've got them in the top 2 positions on the wheel, of course. Members and moderators always get added first, and then Wayne's World Unlimited from the UK is dropping a super chat. He's done that countless times before, and we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away as soon as those things happen. So we'll look at Wayne's World Unlimited, and we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. I see Heaven's Fire 18 has come into the chat, so I've got them on the wheel. Ace Flaw 1 and Ashley Anthony 20 are here. Shades of Grey's in the house. Greenland Quilter Katie is also here. Gia Chia Tortilla's in the house. And Lawless World and Adventures in Gardening are both with us. Lots of these creators are here with us regularly. Bell's Whisper Farmstead Kristen is always early in the door. Kiwi's Crochet Corner, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Fairbrick Studios, a longtime friend. Super Rainbow Queen is also here. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody is still in the chat and active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. And then, so Gia Chia Tortilla, if you wanted to, I'll give everybody a little tiny speech about what I do with end cards. Forgive me, Wayne's World Unlimited, we're going to come back to your channel in a quick second. So I'm going to show you a channel that I run. And this is not mine. This is for another creator. He's live right now. But this channel, so I produce all the videos on this channel. I'll show you an example of what we do. So there are rollovers in these videos. Sorry, I say rollovers, I mean lower thirds. So what happens is, let's say we're watching the video and it starts. You get one of these graphics that come up, right? And those are really cool, but we've been using the same ones for about 7 years now. When we get to the end of the video, because this is a travel-based channel, what happens is whatever action's going on, it just continues. We used to use a couple of end cards. Now we just use another one of those lower thirds. And you see it pops in. And then the end screen cards are going to come up here. They're not cards, but you know what I mean. The end screen elements are going to come up. But every single video on this channel is done in exactly the same way. So we don't have to go through the editing process of adding something else in for that end screen. We just let those things roll over the action. And if we find a situation where we have a video and the action is too much at the end, like the host is still talking or something really amazing is still happening, we just cut a piece of almost B-roll footage from somewhere else in the video and put it at the end. I say we, but I mean I produce those videos. But that's just to show everybody an example. End screens that are really professionally done can give a great look to a channel. But I don't think that it helps as much as everybody might think. It's not going to grab you more subscribers. I don't think sponsors are going to jump on just because of that. Because I promise you, by the time you get around 5,000 or 10,000 subscribers, you're going to have too much of that stuff going on anyway, that anybody's going to worry about single elements in your videos. Now, I'm not saying I'm right, but that's just an idea. So forgive me, Wayne's World Unlimited. I just wanted to show that because it's something we never talk about. So thank you, Gia Chia Tortilla, for that. And thank you, Little Legos, just dropping a super chat. So I'm going to get their channel up. Kiwi's Crochet Corner dropped another one right before that. So we'll look at their channel next before we get to, pardon me, my copy and paste doesn't want to work as quickly as I wish it would. Roadhog's in the house. KK's Travel and Education Vlogs is here. And then, pardon me while I whine and complain. When things don't work the way I want them to work, I promise you, I whine with the best of them. Heaven's Fire 18, thank you for the gifted membership too. I'm going to get Heaven's Fire 18 right on after Little Lego for that reason. And again, this is because we put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away in order when those things happen. But we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. And then I will remember, Scott, Travel Escapes with the Brooms, because I've got it in my mind to remember yours and Home Bartending with John. He's got a second channel as well. Wilma 2U1, good to see you in the house. Joyful Steffies is also here. And I hear myself screaming at the camera again. I'm going to try to keep that to a minimum. Yeah, the end screens, Wayne's World Unlimited. It's really easy to do, actually. I don't know if I can do that as a tutorial. And there you go. Yeah, it does make sense. Just Jason Keto and more. To be honest with you, we really should be using everything YouTube gives us as a tool in every single production. We should be using end cards. We should be using regular end screens, and we should be using cards. Cards are things that pop up, if I'm not mistaken. I'm losing my terminology here. That can give everybody information regarding another production on your channel. There's other things you could do with them, but let's say, for instance, Wayne's World Unlimited takes us outdoors, right? So he might have a video here of, let's just say, a cat, right? And in the middle of that cat video, we know that not every person in the world is a cat person. Some people prefer dogs and stuff like that. Right before you're going to lose them, because most people don't watch every single second of every video, you can drop a card in a place that says, hey, like dogs, come here and watch my dog video instead of my cat video. So that's just an idea as well. It's not a good example, but I'm sure everybody understands what I mean. And the retention is the same for all of us. Just Jason Keto and more. I struggle with that too. Oh, cards is great. That's something I have to admit. While I sit here talking about this stuff, I don't have, I haven't used cards. Not nearly as much as I should have. Lucy Warren's World, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I gotta stop screaming. We're going to talk about Wayne's World Unlimited in a second. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Henry Leslie, Vermont, good to see you here. Gia Tortilla, thank you so much for the super chat. For that reason, I'm going to put your channel up on the screen right after Heaven's Fire 18. How chapters work on videos. I'm going to, let me see if I can grab something in the background here. Wayne's World Unlimited will appreciate the extra screen time, I'm sure. I would like to show you one of my videos, but instead I'm going to show you one from the creator team, Creator Insider. They always use chapters. So this channel, all of us, should be following. They got chapters on there. So basically what happens is you watch when I roll over the video. First of all, we've got an intro. Then we've got what they're calling update on longer shorts they're going to talk to us about. They've got some more information here about the Dream Track instrumental music and a couple of other things. When we dig through their description, we see a list of timestamps here. And you notice that they're blue, they're clickable. This is an example. It's very simple to put chapters into your videos. This is all you need to do. You just literally take this video, follow their format, or any other video that you see chapters on, just look in their description. You must start with 00 and mark it as an intro. But after that, the chapters are automatic. So what that does, it's not just the idea that it will give people a chance to skip to the part of the video that they want. And show you, hopefully this works. If I do a Google search for an exact term here, I was hoping it would come up. Sometimes you look for something on Google and not just YouTube videos show up, but chapters of videos, for instance. So that can really help. It helps with Google search. And keep in mind, Google is the #1 search engine in the world. YouTube is #2 right now. And my imagination tells me that ChatGPT is catching up. So that's just an example. Not a very good description, but hopefully that's helpful. Chill Slots, good to see you here. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures from Alberta are in the house. And then, yes, Lewis Acre Farm Karma, thank you for that. They're going to be adding more and more features as time goes on to the mobile app. They talk about that in those videos on the Creator Insider channel and YouTube Creators channel. Jeremy D-Day's on the wheel. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And we're going to get back to channels in a second. While I'm delaying, let's just look at our poll results for a quick second here. I was just curious how many people use YouTube in dark mode. I almost always use YouTube in dark mode. The only time I don't is if I'm using different accounts, because like I just showed you, I run a couple of other channels. So in different browsers for different projects, I might leave things looking differently. So I use Chrome most often. But if I'm watching videos or running playlists and things, I use Firefox because I leave it on the Superchat account. And then when I'm doing my own stuff or working on the music channel or something like that, I'll go back to Chrome, and you can see I've got a handful of different channels, all, and accounts and stuff like that listed here. When I work on channels for a friend of mine that I work with, I use a different browser called Opera, so I know that his stuff is always separate from mine, at least in that way. These are just ideas. Silent Silver, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Emerther Aliens, good to have you back in the house. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and please correct me if I'm mistaken. So, Wayne's World Unlimited from the UK is up here. This creator's got some shorts that we see right away on the channel. Some of these have started to move into 13,000 views and beyond. One of them, though, over 240,000 views for this Xbox Shorts video, and he's got a couple of others. Now, this creator brings pure variety into the shorts on the channel, but he's also got pure variety in his videos, except for the fact that he takes us outdoors more often than anything else, either for a look around or a story to be told, or both. And this creator does one thing that's a little bit different from most channels, where he will make a video and then also make an outtake or blooper video to go along with it and post it separately. So that's a lot of fun on this channel. 870 subscribers now, so he's getting really close to that 900. It's exciting because that puts you officially on the road to 1K, right? And then live streams are an idea from the past. We'll see if he's going to pick those back up. We got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. Kiwi's Crochet Corner is up now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And yes, I think I said hello to Silent Silver. John Paul's in the house, and again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And Kiwi's Crochet Corner. So this is a brand new channel for us here. We haven't seen this one yet. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take your latest video. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. And what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll put your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Thank you again for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. Little Lego's done that before as well. We've got them on the channel now with their first of 2 channels. We'll look at both of them in a quick second here. Little Lego started with Lego. They actually do a little bit of a mix between fiber crafts or fiber arts as well as their Lego. They're doing an experiment on the channel as well where they're doing some live streams. Usually one of them is in horizontal format, the other one is in vertical format. And I'm just going to grab their latest Temu Lego order. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That's another playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. And, oh, that's interesting. Just chasing keto and more. Yes, I've been ranting for a week now about the changing of the color of the notification thing. That doesn't matter at all. I love marketing and promotion. I know how important colors and the placement of buttons and things are on web pages and stuff like that. I designed websites for like 20 years. And it just, there's other things we need fixed. So forgive me, I won't rant today. Shorts on Little Lego's channel have gotten into 1,000 views. And then live streams as well. So like I said, they're on, I think it's weekly, right? Yep, he's got them set up for starting tomorrow, actually, for the next 4 weeks. And like I said, this is one of 2 different channels. So if we go to the, I thought he had the other one linked here. Little Lego World, right? He recently renamed it. Let me dig back through my channels. It can be tough to find these. When you have a channel that's got a really, really popular name like this, they could struggle with the search results for a while, but it's part of the reason why we search, find, and click on each other. Probably the, pardon me, biggest reason for that. Because the channels that are hardest to find are the ones who need our help the most. And as we search more, search, find, and click on each other more, we'll rise up those search results. Eventually, YouTube will do a better job of predicting the channels that we're looking for. So Little Lego World is a second channel for this creator, and this is where I believe we're going to find those fiber crafts or fiber arts, along with the Lego, and then of course, like I said, live streams over here. So they're doing a vertical one on one channel, horizontal on the other. They're at 85 subscribers over here, so we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the first 100. And yes, After Service Adventures Canada, I have a feeling I know who that is, but let me put this channel up ready to go after Gia Chia Tortilla. And thank you again, Little Lego, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And Heaven's Fire 18 gifted a membership. Now, we always put membership gifters and super chatters onto the screen right away when those things happen in order, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. But we're going to put up After Service Adventures Canada as well. Hopefully everybody likes the Poppy membership badges that are in the chat as well. I started to change those up a little bit. It's a bit of a hint, similar to what we heard from our friends Two Pineapples in our interview series about mixing up the graphics on the channel and things like that. So, also, let's look at Heaven's Fire 18 for now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then Heaven's Fire 18 on the screen right now is at 51 subscribers, so halfway now towards that first 100. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. We know that that's an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. I'm just going to grab their latest video. I see they've got a couple of new ones. Hopefully everybody enjoyed their Halloween this week as well. I'm going to take their latest video. I'm going to put this into a special playlist I have called Ketchup. I can see I made a mistake earlier as well. Forgive me while I'm going to have to remember that. Pardon me, I still make a lot of my notes on pen and paper, but I put a video earlier into the wrong playlist. I got to go clean that up. So, you know, playlists can be a great tool for helping keep caught up or get caught up with creators. And this is how I get so many videos watched or run every week, is by going through these. Now, this is a channel I'm still getting to know. They just got a few videos on here, a couple dozen so far. And then when we get into shorts, we see that these have started as well, and they're moving into hundreds of views, which is great. And then they've got hopefully going to add some information into their About section there, so we get an idea of what to expect on the channel. And let's spin the wheel soon after we get to the next couple of channels. Heaven's Fire 18, thank you for the gifted membership, by the way. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And then Gia Chia Tortilla has been active in the chat today and inducing a lot of conversation. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And thank you, Little Lego, very much for that, by the way. And then Gia Chia Tortilla has asked a couple questions in the chat that were great because it gives us a chance to talk to everybody about a couple things we don't always get to go through. And I know here when we do these streams, I rifle through these ideas very quickly. But hopefully someday in the very near future, we'll do another stream, maybe on my other channel, where we can take a deep dive into some of this stuff until I can get some tutorial videos done. And then when we look at Gia Chia Tortilla, we're seeing pure variety, a little bit of video gameplay here. Stardew Valley, again, I talk about that game all the time because I was introduced to it by a couple of creators here. I think it was Holly's Adventures and Dark Swordsman Gaming that I first saw that video game from. It's a huge independent game. And then Fortnite, of course, everybody probably knows that by now. Sims, a lot of gamers have played and things like that. So they're really mixing up the titles here. And then shorts on the channel as well. These bring a little more variety. These have gotten into 400 and 500 views. I'm just going to make sure I've got a video from you. This one's pretty lengthy, so that's good. I'm going to take their latest video. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. And usually what I do, I put live stream replays and the longer videos towards the end. If I run out of time, I can let them run. And everybody will be happy to get the watch time for that, I'm sure. And then Kiwi's Crochet Corner is asking, how was your day? Mine's always good. Hopefully everybody is having a good day in the chat. Emotion New Soul is a beloved and dedicated member and moderator. We'll get them into the wheel right now. And Black Guns and Gardens is another longtime friend. They've been with us for several years. Silent Silver is asking about vertical live streams. So the truth is, it's not actually new. But several months ago, YouTube started really pushing vertical live streams. So what has happened to some of our friends is that they've done vertical live streams and YouTube has pushed them farther out into the algorithm or recommendation engine, if we want to call it that. And they literally get a lot of people in the chat. One of our friends, Backyard Trucker's done a bunch of that. Rushing Wind Mountain, I think, has done a few. And these can result in a lot of brand new viewers. Because what they do is the vertical live streams, this doesn't make any sense at all, but it's the way it is. These vertical live streams now can show up in the shorts feed. So anybody who's watching vertical shorts, which is, all shorts are vertical, but anybody who's watching shorts on YouTube might accidentally come into your live stream. Or if they're searching for something, for instance, right, YouTube might recommend it. And then now there's a button. So if somebody's watching shorts and they hit the pause button, a live button comes up and you could choose between shorts or live. And then as you're flipping through like you do on Instagram or TikTok, you'll see all live streams in vertical format. If you prefer to watch YouTube in that way, it's very different, it seems, from horizontal live streams. A lot of our friends don't like it, let's say, because we get set in our ways and, we like things the way that they are and have been. But if you're somebody who likes watching TikTok or like watching Instagram Live and things like that, you'll recognize it right away, the way that the chat comes over the screen and everything else. Gia Chia Tortilla is also asking about what do I think about streaming across multiple platforms at the same time. So I've done some of that. I would like to say a lot, not as much as I wish. I actually intend over the next year to do a lot more. So I started on YouTube. I keep saying 7 years ago. It's getting on 7.5 now. But that's quite a while. And things have really changed, not just with YouTube. So now all of the platforms monetize, and there's more platforms. Rumble didn't exist as far as I know before I started. Kick didn't exist as far as I know before I started. Even Trovo and DLive are other platforms people might have heard of. These all have come around, but all of the platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Twitter, you can make money everywhere. So what I would recommend to somebody today, if they said, oh, maybe I'm going to start a YouTube channel, I would say consider becoming a content creator and publishing on every platform that you have time for. Because when we're live streaming, we can use something like StreamYard or Zoom or Streamlabs or Restream to push our videos out or our live streams out to different platforms at the same time. Many of you who have seen our copyright-free music channel have seen that we did that. I used to be running it on 4 channels at a time. So it was running on YouTube, Twitch, DLive, and Trovo all at once. And it's really cool because things like Restream or StreamYard allow you to multi-stream, that's what that's called, and the chats can almost interact with each other. So you can have if somebody wants to watch on Twitch, it'll still say, hey, somebody on YouTube said something, in the chat, kind of an idea. And that's just an example, if that makes any sense. But the reason why I would tell somebody today to absolutely post on every platform that is appropriate, stream on every platform that you can, do as much as you have time for, because one platform is always going to be your heavy hitter. You're probably going to make 80% of your money from one platform. Maybe it's YouTube, maybe it'll be something else, right? But why wouldn't you want the other 20%? Like, let's say you're making $100 a month on YouTube. Why wouldn't you want an extra $5 on TikTok and an extra $10 on Instagram and an extra $7 on Twitch? Like, for instance, not everybody has time to learn how to use the tools and sit there and do all the work that's involved, because we all know that YouTube is more work than we thought it was going to be before we started. Now you're talking about doubling, tripling, quadrupling the work you got to spend. You got to do different graphics, different descriptions, different ideas for tags and hashtags, different scheduling. You got to push this stuff out and promote it, but you could. And then me personally, I like YouTube just because I've been on it all this time. So I have far less experience with the other ones, although I've tried almost everything. I'm going to start multi-streaming on Kick, not for the Tuberchat channel. Tuberchat is just YouTube focused. That's all we're going to do. Occasionally I talk about things like Instagram or TikTok or Twitch and Kick and stuff like that, but it's always going to be YouTube focused. On other channels, like I have a personal variety channel where I do just about everything, some live streaming, some music, some even video games over there, barely, but there is. That I would use to experiment on all different platforms, let's just say. So hopefully these things make sense. And then Hilda DC's making me laugh in the chat. So forgive me if I missed anything. And then, yeah, Lewis Acre Farm Karma, it is easier to interact with the chat when it's horizontal. When I do outdoor live streams on my personal channel, like for instance, so I live in Niagara Falls. I'm occasionally in Toronto for work as well. But when I'm outdoors live streaming, I actually have 2 phones with 2 plans. One of them is the phone that I use every day. And then another one is just for streaming. So I have one with the cheapest plan I can get, and the other one, has a beefy plan with a lot of data, and we really like it. We have a hard time with that in Canada. Our plans and phone companies and stuff are very expensive. We don't have the same competition that our American friends in other countries have. So one plan with a lot of data for streaming, and the reason why is because one phone can be used to film. The other phone I just hold in my hand and read the chat with that phone. So I watch YouTube the same way the viewers are watching YouTube, and that's how I keep up with the chat, for instance. Not to mention, my vision's not great. Even with my glasses on, it's getting worse year after year. It's not terrible, but it's something to think about. So I use my phone in zoom mode, by the way. For those of you, if you haven't seen it, that's an incredible feature. I'm sure all the phones do it now. I happen to use iPhone, but what it allows is all the text on the phone is just larger. So basically, as if I use an iPhone 11, but let's just say it was something like an 11 mini. There was no such thing, I don't think, but you know what I mean. It just takes what would have looked that way and zooms it up a little bit, and I do that all the time. And then, so Kiwi's Crochet Corner, YouTube is the easiest to monetize on for the largest amount of money as far as I've seen. So if you were to change your mind and decide I'm going to try to do this on Twitch, or I'm going to try to do this on Kick, or I'm going to try to do it somewhere else, YouTube is the one where people make the most money the fastest. It doesn't seem like it when you're just starting out and you're trying to get paid every month. You're making $20 and $30 and stuff, and you're wishing for bigger days. It seems to me that it's more difficult if you're making similar content on platforms like Instagram or TikTok and things like that. And yes, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And then if I missed anything, just please let me know, and I'll try to address it. If anybody needs me to elaborate on what I'm talking about, let me know. So Gia Chia Tortilla, again, with video gameplay here and some shorts to go along with that. But they got some variety in these as well. And these have started to move. Like I said, 400 and 500 views. So thank you again for another super chat, Gia Chia Tortilla. I really do appreciate that. Thank you for all the conversation in the chat, because the more we all discuss with each other, the more we can all make better decisions, and that goes for our videos and our channels, myself included. I strive to improve and do better and increase all the time as well. So I was mistaken. After Service Adventures Canada, I thought I might know the creator behind this channel. I might still, but it wasn't who I was thinking it was. But thank you so much, and especially for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. Gia Chia Tortilla actually took over our stream boss position. You see that under my camera here. It's like a video game life meter, and every super chat, membership, and highlighted milestone message knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock him out and take over gets some extra exposure. So after Service Adventures Canada, thank you for coming in. The Numismaniac is here. I actually thought this would be the Numismaniac's channel. I wonder if the Numismaniac introduced us to this creator. And forgive me if I'm mistaken, I'm just imagining. Because when I see something that says after service, I see a bunch of people who look like community leaders or community contributors. It makes me think of the generosity that I know in the Numismaniac. Okay, so I was right originally. It is his channel. The Numismaniac, we've gotten to know over a long period of time now. It's probably getting on 3 years. He comes from Edmonton, Alberta. This is a third channel for this creator, so he's got quite a few. But you could tell from the content on his original channel that he gets involved in community events and likely a lot of awareness for nonprofit organizations, I'm imagining, and things like that. I still have a lot to learn, but you can get that idea. So this is another channel he's got set up for this type of thing. So there's information about exactly what we can expect on the About section. But again, like I do with every other channel that we haven't seen yet, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. I'm just going to take the latest video and I'm going to put this into my watch later list. And then after the stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of the video. I will give the thumbs up, subscribe, put the notification bell on like I always do. And that will make the connection stick. And then when I look at Numismaniac, we see his original channel, and yes, he's known as the Skipper. Thank you, Tiffany, Canadian Family Life. It's nice to see when creators are getting to know each other, right? It takes a little bit of time. We're here for friendships, but as you start to get to know people behind the channels, it becomes a lot of fun, right? Mike and Rihanna's Travels is a new channel from those creators where it'll be 100% travel focused. And then the Numismaniac is now over 1,000 subscribers. And this is where they're going to talk to us about numismatic collectible coins, along with precious metals and other collectibles of value. When we look at shorts on this channel, these have gotten now into over 1,700 views on one of them. And then live streams. They often have StreamYard panels. There's a lot of history, stories to be told, and a chance to get to know the Skipper there. He's got one more channel that I want to show you called Santa Claus North Pole Canada, And the reason why I'm showing all three, for most creators, if you have more than 2 channels, I'm probably just going to put 2 of them up, let everybody find the others. But Santa Claus North Pole Canada is a special channel, and this creator's been a friend a long time. Santa Claus North Pole Canada is really unique because we can get messages to and from Santa Claus through this channel. Now, I was under the impression that this was only active during the Christmas season, so it's right about time for this channel to start pumping up right now. But they actually do Christmas in July as well. So this creator is actually working here, I would like to say almost year round, thinking about anybody that can benefit having messages sent to and from Santa Claus. So 305 subscribers on this channel. We'd love to push them a little bit closer to the 400 we know they must be thinking about. They got a few shorts over here now and a few live streams to go along with it as well. I would love for anybody that hasn't already seen these to watch any one of these videos. Of course, when we're connecting, we want videos that are 3 minutes or longer. There's a few of them here, but it's a heartwarming idea, and I think everybody's going to be really happy to know that a channel like this even exists. So thank you again, the Numismaniac, and especially for another Super Chat. He's done that countless times before. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Superchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Living Large with Al Crew, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then when we look at what Travel Escapes with the Brooms is doing, this is Scott from Rambling with the Brooms. He's another fellow Canadian who happens to be closer to the Ottawa area. Actually met up with him a couple of months ago, and hopefully we'll be doing the same thing in January. Travel Escapes with the Brooms has 335 subscribers, and this is a channel that's meant to be travel based. So he's got a few videos and shorts on here already, but we expect to see a lot more, especially because Scott from Rambling with the Brooms has got a special project coming up. In August, they're going to be taking a cruise from Seattle to Alaska for a week. And this is a collaboration he's got going on with Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. Now, Rambling with the Brooms brings us homesteading content from Canada, and this creator brings as much outdoor as he does indoor content. I've also been lucky enough to catch him in the Sugar Shack making maple syrup. He heads out on the road, literally willing to travel hundreds of miles to meet up with other creators. And he'll introduce us to a lot of other creators on his channel and as well, if that makes sense. So he also is a moderator on dozens of other channels. He enjoys helping those, especially that he finds under 100. But when we look at shorts on this channel, we see some of that famous Canadian winter weather getting into 3,000 and almost 8,000 views. And then live streams on the channel as well. He's live every Thursday and Friday, but he might also have StreamYard panels. He might also take us on the road, and sometimes he does pop-up live streams as well. Those could be indoors or outdoors. He's monetized lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and he's working on 4,000 subscribers. So thank you, Kiwi's Crochet Corner. All of the people who have the poppies beside their names right now happen to be members. You'll notice that most of their names are green. There's a couple that are blue. Those are moderators on the channel. You see the wrench next to their name as well. But anybody that's got the poppy is an official member, so they've joined the membership program, and I never solicit that kind of thing here. It's not necessary. We're going to get through as many channels as we can on the screen today. We always do. We just put members onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, along with our moderators, to give them that little bonus or boost. But over a long period of time, I'm going to add names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. I just updated those poppies as badges this week, like for this stream. And I'll keep those until after Veterans Day and Remembrance Day next week. But you can change those. YouTube gives you on your channel when you're monetized some default badges, but you can upload custom graphics for that. So it's a cool feature for your members. I happen to be in Canada, so we celebrate Remembrance Day very much along the same lines of Veterans Day for our American friends. But that's why I've got the poppies on there for a couple of years. And hopefully I'm not missing anything in the chat. Hopefully everybody recognized that those were poppies. It's really tough sometimes because making those emojis and graphics, they're so small. Even with pixels, they're only 32 pixels. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people didn't realize what they were without me saying it. So I'll show you something else, Chia Tortilla, since you're asking, right before we look at Scratch and PPA. So this is a website called rapidtags.io. I'm going to put it in the chat. Now, I use TubeBuddy, and there's lots of different tools for this kind of thing, but this is very fast and easy. So for Scratch and PPA, who's about to be on the screen, we might say lottery ticket is the theme of our video. And then all I have to do is hit enter, and this is going to give me a bunch of tags. Right? So if I'm really out of time and I have to just get them in there, I can just copy this and it will fit right into the tag section on your video perfectly. Right? But what it's really meant for, and what I use TubeBuddy for more than anything, is sometimes specific tags, but sometimes terms that I'm not right away thinking about. You can use it for inspiration. When we think about lottery ticket scratching, which is a huge category and genre on YouTube, in Canada, I just call them scratch tickets or lottery tickets. I've never called them scratchers, but now that I follow so many lottery ticket scratching channels, I see that a lot of creators call them scratchers, right? So that would be a term that I wouldn't have thought of that works perfectly in the tag section. The object is you want to come up with tags that are relevant for your video, things that people might actually be searching for. Then you want to use those tags, or if you want to call them keywords, you can, within your titles, videos, within your titles and descriptions, and anywhere where you're posting on social media and things like that, for instance. So these can really help. It doesn't matter how many tags you add. You're only allowed to add a certain amount. I think it's 500 characters, including spaces worth of words. But you want to be deliberate about it. If you're putting things in your tag section that are completely irrelevant, like you can't just put Michael Jackson and hope that people are going to find your lottery ticket video because you put the word Michael Jackson in there. That's not how they work. But if you are doing lottery ticket scratching, and somebody like Scratch and PPA has a couple of tickets coming up this week called Crossword, and this is Birthday Bash, then you might put tags in the section where it's appropriate to say crossword scratch ticket or crossword lottery ticket or crossword scratcher. All three of those, because different people on the internet are going to be searching for different things in different ways. We have to remember there's different cultural differences. Scratch cards, for instance, yes, Chia Tortilla. So somebody like Scratch and PPA would do well to put scratch cards as a tag in his videos, let's just say. But these are examples. And then tags work best when you also use them in the description and in the title in a very natural way. So if you wanted to call them scratch cards, then somebody on a video like this might say, crossword versus birthday bash scratch cards. You know what I mean? Because you're using the exact term that you're hoping to catch people for. When you use something like TubeBuddy, and I have affiliate links in the description, of course, for anybody that hasn't seen it, even the free version offers a lot of benefit and I've used it for a long time. I pay for it now on all of my channels, but I had used the free version for a long time, and it's great for inspiration. It can let you know how your tags are actually ranking for you. It can give you more almost AI assisted ideas for tags that might work better for you. And these are just ideas, right? So, Rainy Ridge, good to see you in the house. Wheaton Shaw is here. I think they were live right before we went on, so there might be brand new content over there. Scratch offs, yes, is another way to put those. Living large with L Crew. You could just imagine. But you see, even in the chat, we're getting inspiration from each other here. People are letting us know things we might not have otherwise thought of. And that's where the magic is going to come in, when you're using tags properly and thoroughly. So we talk about these occasionally. YouTube Shorts, I personally don't watch as many shorts as anybody might imagine I would. The reason why is because if I'm on YouTube, I'm on a computer. Half of my full-time job is running YouTube channels and social media, so I'm like on a computer 12 hours a day, if not 16. I rarely watch anything on the phone because of that. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anything in the chat. Pardon me. So, forgive me. What we're going to do, we're going to take a break just for a few minutes. We're going to come back and talk about Scratch and PPA's channel. Right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip from our interview series. These are videos that were recently released here on the Tuberchat channel. They're all in a playlist and listed as a podcast. They're interviews where I asked the featured creators for their opinion without adding a lot of my own. And all of them have been longtime friends of us here at the Tuberchat family, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So, Edna, thank you for all of this. You mentioned comments earlier quickly, and that's one of the things that comes up in every interview. Of course, we're going to talk about likes, views, subs, and everything else, but comments are a very important part of our interaction with our audience. So what can you tell us in your experience of 8 years now about how to entice more comments on your video shorts and streams?
I can't remember who told me this, but years ago somebody told me, I think I was watching like somebody that I always watched, and one of the things that they said to grow your channel was to always give your audience a job to do.
Okay.
Always give them a call to action, because that's going to keep the people engaged. So if I'm talking about cruising, and then you just kind of have to know how to just ease it into your sentence. So it's like, thanks for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. But then also, if I'm talking about a specific thing, like the slot pool, I'll say, have you ever participated in a slot pool? Leave a comment, let me know. And say that. And it's like you're just saying it so naturally that people aren't even realizing that you're making them be engaged, because now they want to tell you their experience.
Yes.
The slot pool. If I'm doing regular life vlogs, like I'm notorious for not liking to try new things. Okay, so everybody's always trying to make me eat new foods, and I'm like, have you ever eaten this? What you put, we have a big debate about grits. I don't know if you eat grits. Does sugar go on grits, sugar or salt? So that's always, give people something to talk about, and they'll have to, give you their experience. Another thing is to sort of have like an intro and an outro. Okay. If I'm doing a live stream or whatever, it's just like, hey guys, come in. If I'm doing a video, it's, hey guys, happy whatever day it is. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. If I'm doing a sit down video, then I say, hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for clicking this video. Because I feel like a sit down is so much different than a vlog. With the vlog is like me talking to my friends. Hey y'all, this is where we're going to Target today. Let's walk around Target. But if I'm sitting down, that means I'm doing something real specific. I'm only talking about what the topic is. So thank you for clicking this video, because thank you. You have an interest in this particular topic.
All right, we're just about back. Forgive me. I had to go for that break for a second. I have been screaming at the camera. And what I'm talking about is for those of us who live stream, you might find yourself really talking a lot louder while you're streaming. And occasionally I find myself just yelling, and my voice isn't going to last 3 hours if I don't calm it down. So I just wanted to grab a drink and all that. But I also looked at a couple things. So Streamlabs, unfortunately, is not working the way I wish it would for my statistics today, but that's okay. It's time already for me to add a name to our wheel from our chat list, so we'll do that. Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen, of course, I think was almost first in the door today, and they've been active like always. But I will get some more names on the wheel shortly. Together We Travel, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Pardon me. And Scratch and PPA is up on the screen. So I took a few names off of the wheel, by the way, for any of our members or moderators that are listening that haven't been seen yet. Just be active in the chat. I'll put you back on there right away if I removed your name. That's just to speed things up. I know not everybody can be here for 3 hours every time we're on, but we want to make sure we get to as many channels as we can in the next 3 hours. I like getting to some newer channels as well. When we look at Scratch and PPA, there's one thing I forget to talk about on this channel all the time. There's probably more than one, but one for sure. And it's a little bit of a hint when it comes to playlists, because we put a lot of focus here on swapping playlists with each other for the sake of gaining watch hours, right? And what Scratch and PPA does that's really, really cool, I copied him now actually, is to add a playlist with a title that gets added to his front page that's got the time of the playlist in brackets as well. And a simple Google search for a YouTube playlist length, and then you just put in the URL of any YouTube playlist, it'll tell you how long it is. But he's done this for every series of videos, and it's one series, but he just breaks them up by year here. So 2021, 2022, 2023. But this gives everybody an idea right away of exactly how long one of these playlists is if they wanted to do that. When we dig through his playlist, though, we're probably going to find that he's got all Scratch and Pete. So he's got 2 days. Wow, a day and a half worth of videos there. And then all the shorts if you wanted to see those, and special playlists that he set up, 5 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours. The reason why he does that is because our moderators, even though they're all monetized now, are still willing to run playlists for other creators. I do it too. But a lot of creators are going to ask for a fair trade. We've seen a couple situations where somebody's like fairly new, they've got a couple hours worth of videos, and they trade playlists or swap playlists with a gamer that does live streams, and their playlist goes on for weeks, right? So some creators are going to ask for a fair trade, and this is a good way that you can measure your playlist so that you can make good on promises when you're connecting with people in that way, if that makes sense. So hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Scratch and PPA, of course, is working on 2,300 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards that milestone. KP Heathen is here. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right away. They happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then Scratch and PPA has got presentation at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatars matched by content in his thumbnails, of course, as well as he gives us a hint about the giveaways that happen in his video series. His banners updated every single week, if you can imagine that, and his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production over 4 years ago. Now, Scratch and PPA premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. He usually has these set up by Saturday, so they can percolate in the system for a few days, which is always great. He is actually known to have one of the fastest rolling chats in the Superchat family during these premieres. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, Garden State Gardener, Via Speaks Royally, and a small handful of others. And it's very fast paced, very high energy, a lot of fun to be a part of as well. What he does is pits 2 lottery tickets against each other and gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique, a lot of fun to be a part of. Now, a lot of people will be interested to know that he's expanded the content on the channel for a year now. When he took a trip to Italy last year, he brought us a lot of vlogging style shorts videos. Now that YouTube's given us the chance to extend our shorts to up to 3 minutes, or not extend, but you know what I mean, make new shorts videos up to 3 minutes long, we're probably going to see a lot more of that chopped up style videos as opposed to one view for 60 seconds. Now, as well, Scratch and PPA gave us a look at all the different areas he visited and some Italian lottery tickets as well. Live streams, he's just started. He brought us his very first one. I know that a lot of people will be hoping for more in the future, but a lot of people will be excited to know that he's expanded the content on the channel. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA if you haven't already. He is known here in the Tuber Chat family as a shining jewel, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey of now 7 years. I forgot to mention Michael's adventures at the beginning of the stream today, but he has also been with us from the beginning basically, and he's a beloved and dedicated moderator who cares very much about other creators, one of the most supportive that I've met. He's here for every stream that he can be, but occasionally he can't be with us, so he always sends his regards on the days that he's not here. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Nisa Faraway's in the house, and up on the screen right now is TB's Life. So this is a brand new channel in the Tuber Chat family, but they actually became a member on the way in. I'm not sure if they're still listening or watching right now. A lot of creators don't make it through that 20-minute time limit, but we'll see. Hopefully they come back into the chat. Now, TB's Life, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take one of their latest videos. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What this will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on like I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully they have our notification bell on as well so they don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then look at the luck here. Nisa Faraway just came in, and the wheel picked them right away. We've seen that before. We never know who the wheel's going to pick. It's always random. Actually, Chia Tortilla, thank you. It's better for everybody if we're asking more questions in the chat and talking more about YouTube, because I'm always going to put as many channels on the screen as we can, but it's those helpful things that we can discuss. I don't want to say tips, because I'm not expecting to give everybody advice. I'm learning along the way as well. I learn from creators with channels of all sizes every single day. I just happen to run a good handful of channels, and I've been in social media forever. Since it all started, let's just say. So hopefully my own experience can help, but the more we discuss, the more we can all make better decisions, so it's actually helpful. But thank you for that. As for editing and software recommendations, for video editing, if everybody in the chat wants to just let us know what you use as a program or an app for editing your videos. A few people are using CapCut now, actually. I use Final Cut Pro, but that's just because I happen to be on Mac, and it comes with iMovie. But I knew I was going to be doing a lot of videos. I've literally produced thousands of videos now. So I wanted just a more powerful editor, but I've been using it for years. if I was to start over, I might go with something like DaVinci Resolve. And one of the reasons why is because while I don't have a professional camera today, I did think about buying some before. If I was to buy a professional camera today for my YouTube stuff, I would be probably getting a Blackmagic camera, and it comes with DaVinci Resolve. But they also give you a free version of that. Very much like iMovie is free for all iPhone, Mac, and iPad users. DaVinci Resolve is a free program that you can use, and I believe it's for Windows and Mac. I'm not sure about Linux. And then you can always upgrade if you need to, but most people never need to. The only reason somebody needs to upgrade from something like iMovie, which comes with Mac, iPad, or iPhone, is if you need more bells and whistles or more things on the screen at the same time. But if you're only putting 2 things at a time, like I never put more than 2 things at a time. So if you're putting a video and then you're putting a logo or a piece of text or a timestamp or something like that, if you are a professional editor or getting a little more involved in that stuff and you need to layer things, then it could make sense. But I think most people can live with iMovie or something similar. Driving Daily, VN, forgive me, for the life of me, I can't remember what that is. And then Clipchamp, I've heard of a couple of times lately. And then UCut is interesting. Oh, yeah, every programmer app is going to have a small learning curve. And almost all of us are going to make some kind of a mistake or like accidentally like not save our work. That's becoming a thing of the past. Like 20 years ago, we used to lose a lot of work because we forget to click the save button. These days, more and more things don't actually even have a save button because it's saving in the cloud. And we can just go back and get different versions of our work, if that makes any sense. But we're almost all going to start out by making a few mistakes. It just takes a little bit of learning. And then, there you go. Okay, GoPro plus phone plus VN editor. Together We Travel uses VN as well. Why don't I know what that is? Filmora is another popular one. VideoPad is something else. I may not have heard of that one. But thank you, everybody, for answering this. Clipchamp is from Microsoft. That makes sense. I thought that their Photos app in Windows was something that you could edit videos with. I'm not sure if that's still true, but that might have been an idea from the past. Sweet Acres Quarry Farm gifted a membership. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, we're going to put that channel on the screen next. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. Nisa Faraway is up right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Yeah, Chia Tortilla. Storage on the phone is going to be an issue almost certainly for everybody. If you're editing your videos on your phone, if you're filming and editing, that might be the idea. So, I use a couple of cloud services. I pay for more than one, but keep in mind my full-time job, like half of my full-time job is doing social media and especially YouTube channels that are not mine. So when I do that, I need a ton of space. I got more hard drives than like I can count. Last time I counted, it was like 14, and I think I've bought 4 or 5 more since then. But I've been doing this for 30 years or more, 35 now, to be honest with you, pretty close to it. All of these different things. When I was in high school, my parents bought a Mac. My mother liked Mac, so we had a family computer, but I started using it for AOL and CompuServe, whatever years those things started, and I was already getting into things like hard drives and, by the time I was 20 years old, I was getting into Windows machines and things like this, where hard drives are important, and I save them all. I've only ever lost one hard drive in my life, and that was because I accidentally sort of dropped it. It was on the floor, and I accidentally kicked it. but I back up everything more than twice now. And any old devices that you have might still have things you can use. What I used to do is take, let's say, an old computer that was like starting to age too much, wasn't helpful anymore. I would open it up, take the hard drive out, put the hard drive into a case so that it looks... I got a large one here I can show you. So this is not mine, this is Kristen's. But we have a bunch of these things, right? And then you can save all of your work. I save 2 copies of everything. So it becomes virtually impossible for me to lose anything ever. But that's just because I've got the stuff around most of the time. And if I'm doing work for somebody else, I can make them buy a hard drive, right? If I say I need it, for instance. And then, so I pay for a couple cloud services, though, too. I pay for iCloud because I use Mac so much, and I use it for, like, the documents on my computer and stuff like that, the regular stuff that I work on. But I use external hard drives, and Dropbox has been a service that I've used forever. I've used it over 10 years now. Dropbox is incredible because one person can pay for it. Like, so I can pay for it, let's just say it's like $10 or $15 a month, whatever it is. And then you get, I think it's 2 terabytes. I forget if it's a terabyte or 2 terabytes worth of space, which is a ton of space. And then what you can do is keep all of the files that you need. So forgive me, this is not story time. This is actually YouTube related, but I'll explain to everybody exactly how I do this. So if you wanted to make a note or something like that, you could, but you can keep in mind what I'm talking about. When I run a channel for somebody else, especially a travel channel, right? What the creator will do is they'll go out and film. That's on them. So they're just out, they're vlogging, they're doing what they're doing, either a GoPro or a phone. When they have a chance, as quickly as possible, they get to a computer and they upload one folder with a number. You can number any way you want, but I just start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? All the way up to into thousands now, right? The folder has the name of what the video's probably going to be titled. So if it's Halloween night in Toronto, then that's what it's, you know, the folder's name is. So that I know when he's uploading it, I already know what it's going to be before I even look at the videos. Then in the service Dropbox, it works almost like a computer where it has a list of all the different folders and files. So all I have to do is download the folder onto my computer. I open up Final Cut Pro. I put the videos in there, put all my transitions. I just do simple fades and things, put a couple of graphics on top, but I've got those pre-made. And then I export a very low quality example of that video. And the reason why I say low quality is because I can put it back on Dropbox. Now the creator, who is the one who made the video, can download it. They can see what the finished product is going to look like, but it helps us have incredible speed and not take up a lot of space in the cloud service, right? Dropbox. This creator then watches the video as I've produced it and gives me a piece of paper, which they put on like a Google Sheet or Google Doc or a Microsoft Word. They upload it to Dropbox that's got all the timestamps and what text they want on the video and anything that they need to maybe cut out. If they're like, cut out this part, they just give me a note. Or if they say add music at this point, they give me a note. When they're done, I know because I go into the Dropbox and I see there's a Word document there. If there's no Word document, they're not ready. If there's a Word document, they're ready. I download it, finish the video, and get it ready for the channel. So I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense. It's difficult to talk about something without visuals to go along with it, but that's the process if you wanted to know exactly how that works. So I don't necessarily recommend everybody start paying for everything. If you use OneDrive from Microsoft, iCloud for Apple, I think there's a free tier, but I could be wrong about that. Google gives us on Google Drive a bit of free space. There's enough free services out there that you can get a little bit of this done and back up all your stuff, right? Very important that we back up because if disaster strikes, you want to make sure you have everything so you can get back up and running as fast as you can. But this is just this is just hopefully an example that everybody can use. If you know how other people are doing what they're doing, it's called a workflow. My workflow is what I described to you. Somebody might have a more efficient way of doing it, but we've been doing this for a long, long time, so I just keep doing it the same way. But the cloud services really were meant to be the point that I'm making. There's enough between Google Drive, OneDrive, iCloud, and other free services that you can get up and running and put a lot of videos as backups, let's just say. And when you need to, you can probably get out. Hard drives are becoming less expensive as years go on. We really don't need that much space when we're starting. Once you have like a couple hundred videos, it starts to get a little bit out of control. You don't have to save every file, but you have to make sure that you can come back from disaster if it happens, right? Is basically the idea. So you just want to save enough, and you just have to have it in your own mind how to do that. And the best way to get hard drives or other space is to go to old devices that you forgot about. Somebody around you, even if you don't have anything, somebody around you probably has an old computer they're not using or a phone they're not using. There's extra space in all of those things. And there's really inexpensive tools that you can use. So when I show you this hard drive again, you don't have to buy a hard drive. These things can cost hundreds of dollars, but they don't have to. You can buy just the case for like $10, especially if you buy one on eBay or something like that. And then you can take an old hard drive that you know fits in it. You got to make sure you know what you're doing. But if you can get that done, now you've got yourself an external hard drive that can back up everything you need for a long period of time. Oh, what do I charge for editing? So Butler Family Farm, I don't actually have a price that I charge for video editing, like as if one person came to me for one video and said, here, what are you going to charge me to edit this? The reason why is because the way I started working was I was already working full-time for the guy who I do YouTube videos for now. I have done a few in the past, but that was 7 years ago. And I let a lot of the other channels go, so I only do channels for one person right now, and I have no time for any others. But because I was already working full-time, when we would have time off from outdoor work, I would just work in the videos as part of it. So let's say we're outdoors for 30 hours a week. That leaves me 10 hours worth of time that I can spend on YouTube editing, changing the channel, working on graphics, thumbnails, and other social media posts and stuff like that. So it really just rolls into my full-time job, and whatever time it takes, it takes. But if I was to go out there today and talk to, real estate agents or business owners or city councilors or people who I think might need videos, then I would probably open the conversation at $100 an hour. Keep in mind that I'm in Canada, so that works out to about $70 US, $75 US. But that's just me personally. And then you'll find out right away if you're offering your service and everybody's saying no, then you're charging too much. Not that it's not worth it, but it's that you can't get it yet. Let's just say, if every person you ask is saying yes, then you're not charging enough. So what I recommend to everybody is to think, if you were going to charge people to edit videos, which I think anybody that wants to should, you can use online platforms like Fiverr or Upwork, see what everybody else is charging, decide where you want to fit in. But otherwise, if you were just going to go and ask somebody, and somebody's going to say, I got a video, probably going to take you 2 hours to edit, how much money do you want? I would think about how much money you think is just barely too much, and probably double that and start the conversation there. The reason why is they can always say no, and you can always drop the price or not do it, right? But you don't want to shortchange yourself. Time is money. We all know this, right? Most of us are too busy to do work for anybody else anyway, between all the things we have to do plus our YouTube channels. But if you take the idea that I talk about, and then, per hour, let's just say. So if I was talking to anybody, I'd open the conversation at $100 an hour. And my speech would be, well, what does your mechanic charge you to fix their car? because you don't want somebody who doesn't know how to fix your car, so you get somebody who knows how to do it. Now, keep in mind, video editors don't have to be licensed. Mechanics do, at least in Canada or where I am, they do. But I would open the conversation there. Hey, you want your car fixed right? You get the right guy, you charge $100 an hour. I'm going to edit your video. You can find cheaper people, but if you want me to do it, because you know that what I've done, you want it the way that I do it, here's the price. If somebody says, that's too much, okay, well, that's fine. If I really want the work, I can either drop the price and make a million excuses. I can say, well, I'll do the first one for 1/3 the price or half price or whatever else. Or I can say, well, how many videos do you want? Because if you want 10 of them, of course I'll drop the price. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll do 10 videos for $500 instead of, one video for 100, let's just say, or something like that. But I don't know, because I don't actually do it. So this is not what I charge. This is just what I would do if I had to go out there right this second and grab some work. So it's just an idea. Keep in mind, I'm experienced. Between the channels that I run, I don't have any that are over 100,000 with one channel yet, but they are all 100%, well, I would like to say 100% organic, at least mine are, in growth, but there's well over 100,000 subscribers there. They all have relatively high CPMs, and there's a variety. So somebody could say, like, okay, what about vlogging? Have you done that? Yes. What about shorts? Have you done that? Yes. What about long form videos? What about video games? What about music? What about pointing a camera at another camera? Yes, I've done that too, right? So these are just ideas. I'm trying to give too many speeches at the same time, but if anybody was to go out there and do any kind of work for anybody, my recommendation is that you want to be the Harley Davidson, Disney, Apple, Nike, and charge as much as you possibly can, because it's the same time out of your life. If you want to do work and you want to charge people the cheapest, that never stops. It gets cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, and you'll find yourself out of time. But that's just my recommendation. I'm not saying I'm right. And really what I wish for everybody is just to be happy. So whatever you're happy with is great. What I don't wish for people is to take on a project, because I've done this too. Think you want to edit videos for other people. Have somebody say, okay, I'll pay you to edit the video, and then when you're about to edit the video, you don't actually want to do it anymore. Then you drag it on. Everybody gets annoyed with each other. These are just ideas. No charge for giving a thumbs up, says Scratch and PPA. Could you imagine if Scratch and PPA charge $100 an hour for his thumbs up? He'd be making a fortune. So that's just an idea. But not to mention, I've been very lucky because I've been able to work full-time my whole life. It's not that I'm a workaholic. I just love most of what I've done, so I work a lot. Just Peter, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see. And Dark Swordsman Gaming, good to see you in the house. We were talking about you earlier because we saw, I think Chia Tortilla had Stardew Valley on her channel. I think Dark Swordsman Gaming was where I first saw that video, or that video game. Nisa Faraway's up on the screen. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So one more thing we'll talk about. Butler Family Farms asking, he would like to know, that's probably Jerry, he would like to know how I know the flow of the video. So forgive me, if you're talking to me, Butler Family Farm, and if you're asking what I'm thinking, when somebody dumps a folder full of files online and says, Kevin, just download these and make the video, the videos that I do are all in order. They were always filmed in order. So in television and movies, most of us know that they don't actually film in order. They go to a location, they film all of the shots that are going to be at that location in the video, or TV show or movie all at once, and then it's up to the editors to mix everything and mash everything and put them in the right spots. For me, it's easy because the videos are uploaded with numbers on them. So they come in order. Even timestamps is enough, because I know that they were filmed in order. But that's just because I'm lucky that the videos that I'm working on are done in that way. When I make my own videos, then I might do something slightly different. Or if we're doing an unboxing video, what I'll often do with my friend, or even if it's by myself, is I'll film the box itself in my hand, and possibly after the unboxing of the product, I'll keep the box and the product on the table, but I'll do the end of the video at the same time. So I'll do the intro and the end, and I might even say, by the way, if you want to get one of these for yourself, I've got a link to Amazon in the description, check it out, because I know that I did that. And I know that in our unboxing videos, we often do that. So then it's easy for me just to move those towards the end or to the middle. But none of the videos that I do are very complicated, where they have to be edited and pieces have to be put around, if that's what you mean. And then, yeah, so Butler Family Farm. If you can find a way to film in order more often, that's more helpful, but it's not appropriate all the time. Vlogs and travel videos are easy, in my opinion, for that reason, because things happen in order. You can only film in order, right? So these are just ideas. And thank you, everybody, for your patience today. I know we're talking a lot more than we usually do. And then if anybody needs me to elaborate, just please let me know, or if I missed anything. Otherwise, Nisa Faraway is going to bring us a lot of wildlife. National Geographic comes to mind as soon as I see this channel, because they're going to give us information about a lot of different wildlife that's out there. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to stay caught up with them. They've got some shorts over here as well. You can see these have done well, 1,000 views, 1,600 views, and then live streams on the channel. They've done a few of these up to a week ago as well. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one. Nisa Faraway's just been with us for a few months now, but they're already at 23, well, they already had close to 2,300 subscribers. They continue to grow now, of course, and they're here with us frequently. So hopefully everybody will connect with Nisa Faraway. Obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Next up is Sweet Acres Koi Farm. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then Gia Chia Tortilla is just mentioning, is there a secret to shorts? And the best idea when it comes to the idea of shorts that I could give myself personally right this second is you just have to think of those like any other video, but maybe even almost more extreme. You got like 3 seconds to catch somebody's attention. So I have done many shorts that have gone all but nowhere. I might have one now. I got a notification from YouTube today that one short might be moving. So it just hit like 5,000 views, but that's the highest one I have. I've put out, I think, less than 100 so far, and some of them are nonsense. Like, I've literally pointed a camera at a duck, and, you know, just these are experiments and things like that. I've done a lot of shorts where I've been in the videos. Those go nowhere, especially on TikTok and things like that. So a lot of that has to do with not thinking about what the audience actually wants, because I was making long form videos and just cutting pieces out of them to put on TikTok or as shorts, let's say, where if you're deliberate, it's a better idea. So you've only got a few seconds to capture somebody's attention, but there's a lot of other tricks out there. If you watch what everybody else is doing on the most popular stuff, they've got that text. Like, forgive me, Sweet Acres Koi Farm, I'm going to come back to you in a second, but like Nisa Faraway here, I'm not sure if they're using CapCut or something else, but look at their shorts and how they've got this text with the white and yellow that's really been trendy for a long time right now, right? So people are used to seeing it, and there's an unsaid or an unwritten rule in the idea that if a video like that is seen on TikTok or Instagram Reels or something like that, that creator must have done a lot of these. This must be a good video or worth watching. I'm not saying I'm right. That's what my imagination tells me people think subconsciously when those things come up. But that's just an idea. Lewis Acre Farm Karma has one that's good. Rainy Ridge's nonsense shorts do the best. They say, yeah, some of mine is nonsense. I put up a lot of stuff I shouldn't put up at all. Facts Chest, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Let's move on to channels. So, if anybody wants me to elaborate though or anything like that, just let me know. Sweet Acres Koi Farm is here with almost 1,100 subscribers, and they are going to bring us a lot of outdoor content. So they're looking after koi and tanks or pond more than anything else here, but they bring us a lot of outdoor content, and I'm still learning about this channel and like koi itself versus other types of fish or things like that. And forgive me, I'm showing how much I don't know by the way I'm describing what I need to learn. Sweet Acres Koi Farm is doing really well with shorts though, because they got one at 4,000 views almost here, almost 8,000 here, and over 15,000 on one of these, and their shorts videos seem to be mostly in line with their long form content. They got quite a few live streams here, and it's been a couple of weeks again, so we might be expecting more live streams soon. And we got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these, because it's been a month now, but they got StreamYard panels here as well, so we'll likely be introduced to more creators. Now, Sweet Acres Koi Farm dropped a gifted membership, and they've done that kind of thing before. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, so thank you for that. It's absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated, and we always put membership gifters and Superchatters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Now we're back to spinning the wheel. So Hilda DC is going to come up next, but what we're going to do right now is go on another break, and we'll go for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play another clip from our interview series. These are videos now that are in a playlist and listed as a podcast on the channel. All of the creators featured have been longtime friends of us here in the Tuber Chat family, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. Oh, pardon me. We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course. But I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, what I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight, and the 0 to I think it was 82 was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at 4,000 subscribers aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start or jump into a conversation like that. Instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. You'll grow if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
All right, we're just about back. We're going to look at one of the most encouraging creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube now. I went in the background and I looked just for the sake of seeing, but on my personal channel I have a short, and I got a notification literally this morning from YouTube saying, hey, one of your shorts has got 5,000 views. And I haven't seen a notification like that because it's the first one. But what it is from is a television that I reviewed, and it's just a small one, like a 24-inch Roku TV. I love Roku TV. But when I did the review, I must have planned, I don't remember what the short is, I planned to do something about, like, I think adding YouTube into Roku TV or something. But that video and short to go along with it are probably going to continue getting views for a while because we're entering Christmas shopping season again, and more people are searching for that kind of thing. So there's a bit of a hint in there. But that was actually a useful shorts video. Like, it's helpful to people. They may not like that it's in shorts format, but it's fine because it's very quick. It only takes 60 seconds to describe what needs to be done. The funny part about that story, though, is when I reviewed that television, I was in the middle of another video, and I kept taking the TV off the table, putting it on the floor to do like the unboxing part of something else. Then I was going to put the TV back up, and I dropped it and smashed it. So that TV's gone now. So people keep asking questions on YouTube in the comments about that TV, and I have to say now, sorry, I don't have that TV anymore. I replaced it with something smaller and cheaper after. That TV was really just meant for those unboxing videos and some video game stuff and everything else. Hilda DC is up on the screen right now. This creator actually dropped a couple new videos recently. This one I haven't even seen yet. She dropped 2 in a row. That's why one was on Tuesday. I think that's the one that came after Pete's video on Tuesday, and then she did one on Wednesday. I'm just going to take the latest one, put it in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with her. Hilda DC's been with us pretty much from the beginning, a beloved and dedicated moderator. When I say she's one of the most encouraging creators that I've met in my YouTube journey, the reason why is because there's positive affirmations that flow through all of her content, mostly from the creator herself, but also she puts special effects on the screen. She even gets Nightbot on the case for those. A very strong-willed creator that absolutely stands behind and beside her audience, and doesn't matter how often she posts, she's got a vibrant community that always shows up for her. She's got over 2,500 subscribers, and she often does cooking videos and a lot of taste test challenges, actually. She might put a couple things together or show us different flavors of different types of popular treats that are out there, like this frosted donut Kit Kat. I don't know if we have that in Canada yet. I think I recognize that, but in Canada we don't get a lot of the same stuff as our American friends, luckily, are lucky to have. Shorts on Hilda's channel bring more variety. These have got now into 6,000 views and beyond, but she did one a long time ago with 47,000, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. This creator's been live many times before. The last few have just been her, but she's done a lot where she's got StreamYard panels as well. And I've joined her both on her channel and many others. The conversation can go anywhere when she gets started over there. And then one of the things that our moderators might remove from the chat is self-promotion, right? So here in Superchat, our instructions are always in our video description, but you'll find the best success by visiting other creators first. We always have generosity at the forefront of our mind. We go to somebody else's channel, do all the things we wish they would do for us. We do it for them first, knowing that they'll come back and do the same thing for you. But when we ask somebody to come to our channel, nobody will come, I promise you. It's just not the way that we've been doing things here for a long time. Most people are worried about watching what everybody else is going to say in the chat to see if they might be a loyal and dedicated supporter before they will ever connect. So that's just an idea. But it starts with a conversation. You can reach out to anybody in the chat. Just say hello to anyone at all, one at a time. Once you know you've got somebody's attention, start a conversation. And anybody can meet up to 8 or maybe even 10 new friends per hour here in these Tuber Chat live streams, but any faster than that is too fast as well. The Stock Explorer is also in the house, another beloved and dedicated moderator and member. Nora's birthday was yesterday, so I hope everybody will wish them a happy birthday if you didn't get a chance yesterday. They actually did a stream too, which was cool. We got a chance to go over there and support. But the Stock Explorer is also a dear friend, so I've got them on the wheel now as a moderator. I also added a few more channels. KP Heathen was on the wheel for a long time. Shades of Grey and Greenland Quilter Katie have been added to the wheel. I'll get through as many channels as I can in the next hour or so. So hopefully everybody will connect with Hilda DC. Like I said, she's another beloved and dedicated moderator. We'll spin the wheel and see who's up next. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Canadian Family Life is saying they might go take a nap right in time for their channel to be up. Scratch Off Fever with Old Blue Eyes, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Thank you everybody for those thumbs up, by the way. Canadian Family Life is a channel that brings us more homesteading content than anything else, I'd like to say. She's in New Brunswick and she gets the whole family involved in the channel actually. This will be an interesting video to watch, their Halloween extravaganza. So I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. So I will be able to keep caught up with the channel. Now, Canadian Family Life brings a lot of grocery hauls, a lot of cooking videos. They've got an immaculate container garden with a special video for that right here. But they've done many before. And they've got cook-off challenges between husband and wife here. The rest of the family gets involved for all kinds of stuff, including mail call videos, shout-outs for other creators. Tiffany's got shorts on this channel that have gotten into 2,500 views, 2,800 on one of them, 5,500 on another one, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. And Canadian Family Life not only streams once or twice a month, but they also are featured on dozens of other channels in live streams, panels as well. And collaborating in that way is a great way to grow your channel. Now, Canadian Family Life was already one of the fastest growing channels that we've seen in the Tuber Chat family. They got to their first 3,000 subscribers within barely over a year. And then they promoted a little bit to get towards 10,000. But Canadian Family Life is so unbelievably supportive. Tiffany, the creator behind this channel, literally seems to be everywhere all the time. Her husband has a channel called Chris's Creation Fun. I'll leave it to you to find that. They're focused on this one for now. AZ Slot Play, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not being certain, but I think this is your first time here. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. When we look at KP Heathen, we see another longtime friend, actually. I thought I just caught them. Did I catch them for a live stream, or I ran into them in somebody else's live stream? KP Heathen has 687 subscribers over here. It's pure variety on this channel. Let's just have a look at what they say on their About section. Prepping, cooking, and doing reviews on different things that they buy. I'm just going to grab their second latest video. This one's much longer. Every minute matters when we're thinking about monetization. So I'll put this one into my catch-up list here. Wow, it looks like a lot of concrete work, I think, is coming up there. The only reason I know that is because I do concrete work myself as well. That's what I do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. A lot of asphalt, concrete, outdoor painting lines and parking lots and stuff like that. Surprising as it may be to hear, and I've been doing that for many years as well. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 2,600 views on a couple of these. More variety here. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they've been on a couple of times, usually once a month or so. They might be due for another one shortly. Yeah, KP Heathen, I'm not sure if they're still listening or watching in the chat. I put them on the wheel a while ago, but they I thought I just caught them for a live stream yesterday or the day before. I must be mistaken. Let's spin, and we'll see who's coming up next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I didn't mean to spin the wheel right away, but Kristen's making me laugh. So 50 months, my dear goodness. Kristen Welton, most of you have seen her before, my loving girlfriend. We've literally, as of tomorrow, been together for 9 years, if you can believe that. So we're going to spend a special day and evening together. We actually do that quite often. I'm very lucky that way. But we live together in Niagara Falls, Canada. I know I've got a green screen here. You can see I'm whipping my green screen around with the background of Toronto, but I actually was born, raised, grew up in Toronto, continue to work there a lot of the time. But we live in Niagara Falls. So, hopefully everybody will connect with her. If you haven't already, I'll put her on the wheel in a quick second. She is a beloved and dedicated moderator as well as a member. And I just spun the wheel. So Just Jason Keto and More is going to come up next. And Shades of Grey is up here right now. And then 31 more, yes. And then Abandoned Exploring Mike, good to see you in the house. Backyard Trucker, we mentioned you earlier. The vertical live streams we were talking about. Jose Fantasticville, good to see you here. I forgot, we just put our community post out as well. I did it as a members only one this time. I may not continue to do that. I just haven't done one in a while, but I thought I would. Dutchfly61, good to see you in the house. Kristen and I have done a few videos together on each other's channels. Shades of Grey is up on the screen right now. 69 subscribers. Would love to push them towards their first 100. They've been posting videos daily lately, which is great to see. I'm just going to grab the latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. We know that that's only a couple hours old, as a matter of fact. And then Shades of Grey is going to inspire us in a spiritual way. You can get more information on their About section. They've got a few shorts here, and these are starting to move. One's going on towards 400 views over there, and a couple of live streams up to a few months ago. We'll see if they're going to keep those up. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Yeah, thank you very much, Dark Swordsman Gaming. I appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know we got a couple of friends who run the stream in the background. I'm happy for that as well. Blester Crochet, I am extremely happy to see you in the house, and I know that they're they're a member, so I've got them on the wheel as well. Just Jason Keto and More, I'm going to put up on the screen. We're actually only a week away from, I think Blester Crochet is doing a monetization celebration next weekend. Just Jason Keto and More, of course, is monetized as well. Now, this creator has been playing around with some more graphics here, but doing a really good job. They're mentioning Chaffles here, and it's great to see that they did this because they updated for Halloween as well, but they've got a nice autumn with maple leaves background here. This is really cool. Just Jason Keto and More is known for a lot of recipes and product reviews when it comes to the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He wants to help us with healthy eating and healthy living. So when we look at Just Jason Keto and More, we also see he's well beyond 3,000 subscribers now, working on 3,300. You know, I see of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. I don't think I said hello to Duchess of Darkness, but it's good to see you here. I know Just Peter's still in the house. And then hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming in. When we look at Just Jason Keto and More, we also see not just some product reviews, going to teach us how to clean some of our equipment here. The product reviews and recipes can help us understand the ingredients, the ways they're going to affect us. He recently headed out hundreds of miles away to Keto Palooza. He did that last year as well to bring us some more informative content from other influencers and creators. And then Just Jason Keto and More has a lot of guests that join him on the channel as well, and they share their life experiences and tips and tricks and trials and tribulations and things like that. Once in a while he'll do another unboxing of like a GoPro, or do a Happy Meal video when that comes in. Those are cool to see. And then shorts on this channel give us a hint about healthy looking grilling shorts. He's gotten 5 and 6,000 on a couple of these, and then 22,000 views on one that I've seen. And then as well, he's got live streams on the channel, and he tends to be live every week. He usually sets a schedule. It was Thursday at 7:30 for a long time. We'll see if he's keeping those up. He's been doing a few different things lately, more guests on the channel. He actually introduced us to a bunch of homesteading channels the other day, and he's done some cook-along live streams. These come as a surprise, actually, or a pop-up. So hopefully everybody will connect with Just Jason Keto and More. He's an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, has been ever since finding the Tuber Chat family, and I've actually met up with him in person. He's a fellow Canadian, only from a couple hours away from me. I'll likely see him again soon. Abandoned Exploring Mike is coming up next. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Butterfly Kisses Nikki, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And they appear to be here for the first time. I thought I recognized that channel. Maybe we met each other outside, or I could be mistaken. Thank you for the positivity, and it's great to have you here. Our instructions are always in our video description. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. Michael's Adventures is in the house. I mentioned him earlier, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube. He's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator, so I've got him on the wheel now. He's also a member. And then Abandoned Exploring Mike is up on the screen from the UK. This creator is going to explore abandoned locations, and I joke many times about, but with this creator about their content, where somebody like me may not crawl into some of the deep, dark places that they do. They are willing to go the extra mile to bring us interesting content when it comes to these abandoned location explorations. When we get to Abandoned Exploring Mike, we're going to see that they've got a small bit of variety on their shorts videos as well, but they've gotten into 2,800, even 5,100 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well, so they might introduce us to other influencers or creators. And it looks like they got a bit of variety going on with these live streams, and it's up to almost a year ago, so we'll see if they're going to pick those back up. We got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Of course, he's approaching 3,000 subscribers. Abandoned Exploring Mike is officially on the road. We say you're officially on a road when you get to a 100 milestone. Since he's passed 2,900, he's officially on the road to 3,000 now. Backyard Trucker is coming up next. What we're going to do, though, right before we look at that channel, is take a break for 3.5 minutes again. And right before we do that, I'm going to play another clip from our interview series. Another creator from the UK, as a matter of fact, right now. All of the creators that are featured in that interview series, which is now videos on the channel, they're listed in a playlist and as a podcast. They've all been longtime friends of ours, at least for 3 years or longer, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Superchat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group, and there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back. You know,
Mm-hmm.
So always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime.
Okay.
But we're linked by the ways. But they will know somebody that's scale modeling, and they will mention me to them.
Right.
So there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as, when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, you know, in the weekend, and Tuber Chat, because I've got it notified, if he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of crap that it is.
There you go.
You know, and so that I've put back in, because remember, I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that, I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or was it 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, because I'm on 10,000, am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Tuber Chat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz6510 Models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here, and you've doubled that number. You're still growing now. So
it's very slow growth, because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah.
And I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back, and now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back, but I needed the break. I really did. You know, and I think YouTube have cottoned on to this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But you know, we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yep.
Definitely.
Improving over time.
Improvement is it, and also it's good, it's edifying for yourself. You know, it really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. Like, you know, it's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure. All right, we're just about back. We're looking at Backyard Trucker, and this creator, I think they're live right now, actually. I just saw a live thing come up. Maybe I'm wrong. I think they were, for some reason it said it was live. Maybe it meant it was earlier, or they got this upcoming one. This is a premiere, actually. This is a premiere that they've got for today, and it's actually going to be, we're going to be done Tuber Chat in another 45 minutes or so, but this creator's got something coming up at 6 o'clock p.m., which is another hour later. I'm in the Eastern time zone, of course, so I'll put the notification bell on, or, notification on for that. We always set notifications for everything we see, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel. Chill Slots, good to see you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And Duchess of Darkness, yeah, it's good to have you back. We all get busy. There's nothing wrong with like breaks and things like that. Life can get in the way, and other things as well. Izzy Ska is also here. Good to see you in the house. They're working on Canva right now. Why did I forget? Izzy Ska does a lot of graphic design as well, for anybody looking for graphic design. Banners, thumbnails, badges, and things like that. Backyard Trucker is somebody who is a self-employed truck driver, obviously small businessman. He puts just about anything and everything that is interesting online for us to see. A little bit of do-it-yourself videos. A lot of dash cam footage has done really well for this creator. He takes us on the road. We'll look at those live streams in a second, but some of the shorts have done well. 12,000, 13,000, 14,000, which is great to see. Oh, you know what I saw? I forgot this. I don't know if... Yeah, Nora's still watching, hopefully listening too. The Cybertruck, I should have took a picture of it, but I was like in disaster mode. I was out... I just happened to be walking through a shopping mall, and we have Tesla stores. I'm not sure if there's more than one. I think there's one in a mall called Yorkdale in Toronto, the most expensive one. And then another mall, which is called Sherway Gardens, which is like the second most expensive one. But they've got like a Tesla store. You don't see a car store in a shopping mall, except in Toronto, I guess. And those are fairly new, but the Cybertruck is right there. They got one in there. If I can get by there, I'll take another picture of it. But that's the first time I've seen a Cybertruck up close. I know that the Stock Explorer is a fan of Tesla. We're both fans of Elon Musk and things like that. So it's interesting. I haven't seen a Cybertruck around anywhere in Ontario yet. Backyard Trucker is up on the screen, though, with some shorts, and he managed to catch one. I'm sure he sees them all the time. He's on the road, and he brings us for a lot of live streams. We were talking about this earlier, and some of the vertical live streams have really served him well. So he got picked up by the YouTube algorithm a few times. This one here at 50,000, is that right? And then, yeah, he's had a few. And there was this thing going on for a while where the YouTube algorithm was picking up vertical live streams and really making them fly. So that might still be happening for Backyard Trucker here. Now, this creator is very active, though. They post videos, live streams almost daily, shorts as well on the channel, and they're out there supporting other creators constantly. They're here with us in Tuber Chat for almost every live stream as well. Conspiracy Music, good to see you in the house. I am Betty J. Gathers. Good to have you here as well. Tesla Optimus. I didn't watch the event. Is that the robot? When he says the robots will be living among us? I don't doubt it, actually. I really don't doubt it at all. Because you know that they're going to sell out immediately. Like, as they start putting out these, like, very human-like robots. They look like stormtroopers. They look like robots, right? But they're really becoming what we would have imagined from movies and television and stuff like that from so many years ago. I'm not going to be surprised if they sell out immediately as soon as they have these things ready. Even the Cybertruck, I had like at least one friend who ordered a Cybertruck and then just gave up because it was taking forever and changed his mind, got a different Tesla apparently. But forgive me for not being certain because I didn't watch the event. What I started doing now, I'm a big fan of like watching the Apple stuff, but I realized like, you know, they do events 3 times a year and I'm watching those things for like 2 hours at a time. And I decided what I'm going to do instead is somebody will cut a video that says, here's all the highlights from the Apple event or the Tesla event in 8 minutes. And I'm like, oh, okay, I could just watch the 8-minute version. If you just search like Tesla event minutes, it'll come up, and then there'll be an 8-minute one, 7-minute one, 6 one. And all of the big media companies, like especially the magazine producers or the ones who used to produce magazines, they'll cut all the videos themselves and get them up as fast as they can so that they get the top search result in YouTube. It's funny to watch, actually, when you see it. My flock is everywhere. Good to see you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Southern Bell Auctions is also here. And I'm going to rifle through channels as quick as I can. Yeah, thank you. I am Betty J. Gathers, has been a member for 33 months, if you can imagine. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And Fairbrick Studios in the house as well. Thank you everybody for the shares, by the way, because you notice like right around 20 minutes ago we started to have an influx of a handful of channels. So I know our community post went out. That's a members only that I put out for today. I don't usually do that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But yeah, everybody sharing usually helps get a few channels in all at once. Haven't seen Marketplace Boutique yet today, but Jody's usually here like almost all the time. So I'm sure if she can be, she will be. I am Betty J. Gathers, has been a dear friend. She's also been with us for about 4 years as well. She's working on 2,500 subscribers now. I am Betty J. Gathers has changed up a little bit of content on her channel over the years, but a lot of what she talks about is inspiring, motivating, and talking about healthy eating, healthy living. Intermittent fasting is a popular topic on her channel, but she's been doing a lot of vlogging for a long time now. She might bring us indoors, outdoors. She might be showing us things she's buying, taking us shopping. She might be cleaning, or she might just be giving us some motivation. Obviously a dynamic creator. She's always smiling, always laughing. This roll over here is a perfect example of what you expect from I Am Betty J. Gathers in every video. When we get to shorts, you get an idea of how dynamic this creator is. It is not common that we see shorts that feature just the creator in talking head videos like this that get into 8,000, 9,000, and well over 10,000 views. And we talk. I've got a friendship that's gone on with Betty J. I Am Betty J. Gathers now for about 4 years, and I'm lucky as the host of Superchat to be able to talk to a lot of creators behind the scenes on things like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and things like that. So I get to hear about their YouTube journey, extra detail, and things like that. But I Am Betty J. Gathers has let me know she can pretty much predict when one of those shorts is going to start to fly. And she's been doing those talking head shorts for a long time. And then I Am Betty J. Gathers does live streams. The conversation can go anywhere once she gets started. She's got a lot of guests that come onto the channel with her, and she's changed up her content a little bit over the years. But you see a lot of familiar faces there. I think I've yet been on I Am Betty J. Gathers' channel, but I think we've been together on others. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. It's been a long time. I meant to start doing a lot more panels and being available, and then for half the summer, I kept on saying, oh, I'm soon going to have more time. I'm soon going to have more time. And then work started picking up for us in September, and it hasn't stopped yet, so we'll have to see what happens with that. I Am Betty J. Gathers obviously monetized and a over-the-top generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Sister Winnie's in the house. She never forgets the thumbs up, so thank you for that. By the way, Reddit is fixed again. So it was broken for a long time, then they fixed it, then it didn't work properly, then it was fixed again. I'm going to show you why I use Reddit, assuming I'm still logged in here, but I think I am. Less time in the day, yes. It seems like that no matter what we do, Butler Family Farm. And actually for us, we're going to turn our clocks back tonight in the Eastern time zone. So the sun that goes down at 6 o'clock is going to be going down pre-5 p.m., I think, after tomorrow. So I'm going to show you something. Most of you who've seen me in other live streams, hopefully I've been on everybody's channel if you do premieres or live streams. But what I'm going to show you is why I use Reddit the way that I do here in Superchat. 2 years ago, or I think it's 2 years now, I was actually in the top 9% on the planet for sharing on Reddit, which I feel is an accomplishment. I'm just happy that I've been able to do that. But I'll show you why. It's so fast and easy. So I'm going to click on the Instant Pot Corned Beef video from Blessed to Crochet. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to give them their thumbs up. I'm going to hit the share button. All I have to do is hit Reddit, and it comes up first for me because I use it every day. We have a special community on Reddit called Superchat. It's called a subreddit when you're on there. But all I have to do is select it. I'm already in it, of course. I'm going to, it automatically populates the title and the link for you. And then all I have to do is click they call it flare, but it's like a tag, just to tell everybody whether this is a video or a live stream or community post. And then I just hit post. That's it. It's so fast. It took twice as long because I'm talking about it. But that's why I do it so much. And then if I just go to the... look through the Superchat subreddit here, you'll see we've got 460 people in here now. But when we dig through the videos, you'll see so many different things that have been shared. Now, a lot of it is from me because I'm on there frequently, but look, Perfect Timing Podcast is there. We'll see some more familiar faces on there. Mr. Shelton, John H. Shelton from the UK is in there as well. But you see what I mean. So it's so fast and easy to post. But I thought I would show that to everybody because it just crossed my mind that it finally works perfectly again for right this minute. When we look at Blessed to Crochet, we see a creator that's getting close to 1,200 subscribers. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've got some live streams set up in advance. I think they got the whole month of December here. But they've also got a monetization celebration coming next Saturday. Now, I've already got the notification on for that, but hopefully everybody will set that. I always try to never miss anybody's monetization celebration. So for anybody that's got one coming up, I hope you'll let me know on Instagram or, pardon me, Facebook or Twitter or something. Shorts on this channel bring inspiration. And this creator has now gotten into over 10,000 on a couple of them, which is great to see, and then videos on the channel as well. So this is a cooking video, obviously, but they bring us a lot of almost homesteading type content. They let us know, though, on their About page that they expect to bring more talk about community. The idea is to connect with each other over here, and Blessed to Crochet wants to encourage that, not to mention they're here with us just about every live stream as well. Follow the Bradley's Fun. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Stephen Tina. Jewel is also here. Looks like My Flock is Everywhere is going to be the next channel that is coming up. And then we'll move as fast as we can. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. My Flock is Everywhere is up on the screen right now, and this is a creator that might talk to us about the unexplained, and that can involve a lot of, I don't want to say politically charged, because that's not right. That's not the correct way to describe it. But conversations where they're talking about things that often can't be proved so easily. So it sparks a lot of great debate. My Flock is Everywhere is known to be supporting a lot of other creators in that genre. This is where I know them best. They got quite a few videos here. They've been posting like mad lately. What is this one from V? If that's from V, the TV show, I loved that show. I actually bought it on Apple, like on Apple TV. for something to have on the phone. I like to like own a couple of things just so that if the internet's out and stuff like that, I can still watch something. I haven't watched it in forever, but when the original V came out, that was probably at the late 80s or something like that. Did I ever think that that series was amazing? My Flock is Everywhere is over 1,100 subscribers right now. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos from today. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll let me catch up with them a little bit. It's a lot of random content there in the videos. Shorts, more of the same. These have gotten into now over 100 views, which is great. So hopefully they'll continue posting. Those will grow more and more. Lots of live streams here, but I also see them out supporting others, and I mentioned that. So hopefully everybody will connect with My Flock is Everywhere. They stream frequently. It's been a couple weeks for me, but hopefully I'll catch you for the next one. They've got one coming up tonight, actually, in another 4 or 5 hours from now. It looks like they're going to start. And My Flock is Everywhere has been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for as long as I can remember. They've been with us for, I'm thinking, 3 years. I'm not sure if it might be more than that. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Greenland Quilter Katie is up here right now as well. This creator is working on 1,500 subscribers. So I've got more to watch from this creator because lately what I've seen, a lot of these videos where they're showing us the scenery, almost like landscapes here, but glaciers, and there's some greenery to be seen as well. I'm just going to grab their latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list right now. But I think I'm going to grab another video from them. It looks like they're chopping videos out of some StreamYard panels and things like that. And I'm just going to take another outdoor video here, but an older one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's from a few months ago, just because I want to watch some more content on the channel. And then shorts over here. These have gotten into 2,000 and 2,800 views, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. So they've got one coming up, and that's actually going to be soon. So another hour from now, they're going to start. So hopefully I'll catch you for this one. And they're almost, or pardon me, they're monetized now. They're almost at 1,500 subscribers. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get over there. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. And Izzy Ska is coming up right now. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. I'm often asked, as the host of TuberChat, people will ask me if I know anybody that does things like banners, thumbnails, emojis, graphic badges, and stuff like that. And a few names come to mind, but Izzy Scott is somebody who does this kind of thing. They're monetized as well. This creator's reset and restarted their content a couple of times, but they're already at 1,800 subscribers. They've always been known for these outstanding banners, avatars, and thumbnails on their videos. Pardon me, typically what they post is a lot of animation with music to go along with it. They'll collaborate with other creators. Izzy Scott has done a ton of live streaming as well. We'll look at that in a second. Shorts over here have gotten into a couple hundred views, which is great to see. Live streams on the channel. The conversation can go anywhere once they start, but they get into a little bit of history, a lot of YouTube community, and sometimes they're on for hours. As you can see, it's not uncommon to see anywhere from 3 to 5 hours in live streams over here. So Izzy Scott let us know, even though they've moved the channel around a little bit, what they expect to do is bring us talk about some of the digital art that's possible today, and then some of the tools that can be used online or on our computers or phones and things like that to make that kind of art. So hopefully everybody will connect with Izzy Ska, and you'll be able to learn while you're there. They're here as an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and with us for just about every stream as well. So Butler Family Farm's coming up, and right before we get to their channel, we're going to take one more break for 3.5 minutes, probably be the last one for this stream, unless we do a short one. What we're going to do right before that, I'll play one more clip from that interview series. The reason I keep playing these more than anything else is because I want everybody to get an idea of some of the informative content that's available. We now have over 4 hours of these interviews on the Superchat channel, and all of the creators that are featured are longtime friends of ours, so they know exactly what we need to hear. The reason why I asked them to join me is because they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was, I think, your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was pushed to the back.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link to send it back. So we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together. So we said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were pushed to the back. Yeah. But how we felt from how we were watching on our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check the analytics out regularly. It does help. Yeah. And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel, because you get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even scrolling up and down and how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not go with YouTube's policies. We have a lot of fun with pranking each other and stuff like that. What we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or pranks wise, that skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do say a trending meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes not. Yeah. But we've learned that shorts really help us have them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
All right, we're just about back. We're looking at Butler Family Farm, and this is Jerry and Susan together. They have got 116 acres of farmland, so they bring us a lot of homesteading type content, but they show us all that it takes to look after 116 acres of farmland and the livestock that comes along with that, including bees now for the last couple of years. But they've got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, as well as cats and dogs. And then the family gets involved in the channel. Jerry and Susan will bring us into their home. Jerry will bring us into the shop, and they together will take us out on the road as well to meet a lot of other creators. They're literally willing to head out hundreds of miles away, and they head to large meetups with up to 80 channels worth of creators and supporters. When we dig through the channel, you get an idea. It's mostly outdoor content, but like I said, they'll bring us into their home as well, or into the shop. They got a lot of equipment out here to go along with that livestock. They show us all the different types of things that they got to work on and do to maintain all of this. And then shorts on the channel fall in line with their long form content as well, getting into 12,000 views on a couple of these, one over 50,000, and then they're monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They live stream every Monday at 6:45 Eastern, and sometimes it's Jerry and Susan just giving us a chance to get to know them. A lot of times it's them either out at these meetups that they live stream, or they have StreamYard panels where they invite guests on. I've been with them a couple times on the channel. They'll always introduce us to more creators. So whether it's in a StreamYard panel or out at these meetups, they introduce a lot of different people, including familiar faces, to us on their channel here. So they got the next live stream ready to go for Monday. Hopefully everybody will connect with them. The last time I was with Jerry behind the scenes in a conversation, he let me know they're using the promotion system. That's a legitimate way to grow a channel that YouTube gives us. It's basically an advertising system. You can make a special video, then advertise it out to grow your channel, and they're now approaching 27,000 subscribers, which is great to see. So I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. We'll see what my love Kristen Walton is doing. I know that here in the background she's about to cook dinner, as a matter of fact, but she's got a channel of her own, and she's here as a member and a moderator, of course. She does pure variety over there. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. The Debbie Way Gaming, good to see you in the house. Condensed Reality, good to have you here. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. When we're talking about the weather, yeah, apparently in Canada, I didn't look this up, so I could be wrong, but people have been saying it might have been our warmest Halloween on record. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, because in my area, especially around Toronto, Kristen and I on the screen here, we live in Niagara Falls actually, but in and around our area, it could snow on Halloween, and a lot of years it has. Not heavy, but you get a little bit of snow and this and that, so it could be that cold. And the interesting thing for anybody that hasn't seen snow in real life, actually, when it's snowing, it's not that cold. It's a few degrees warmer, 2, 3, maybe even 4 or 5 degrees warmer than it is after the snow stops. So I don't know what the reason for that is exactly, unless it's just that the snow itself is so cold that it is, making the air around it cold, but not while it's snowing. It's a really weird thing. Chocolate Drop, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. They always call me Mr. Customer Service. We've had that inside joke going on for a long time. I'll get them on the wheel because they happen to be a member as well for almost a year now, as you can see, but they've been with us much longer than that. Kristen Walton is one of our longest standing members YouTubers. Of course, as my girlfriend, we've been on each other's channels several times. She started with some like makeup and beauty, get ready with me type videos, but you see that she takes presentation very seriously. She's using like the Canva system, but going through a lot of experiments when it comes to her thumbnails to pick a color scheme and these bright bold headshots to make her recognizable as well. She does a lot of unboxings, a lot of product reviews. Some of those could be of like FabFitFun or BoxyCharm, a lot of Sephora type products on the channel, as anybody would expect. One of the interesting things that Kristen does is puts bloopers throughout her videos, and I know a lot of people look forward to her videos just for that reason. Shorts over here have gotten into 16,000, 22,000, 28,000 views as well, and she's got some famous Canadian winter weather there. We got pummeled a couple of years ago. That was a snowstorm there. And then both Trouble and Spiky are the two cats that you see here. They've both been featured and made cameo appearances on Superchat over the years, and then live streams on the channel. So sometimes Kristen's on her own, sometimes she's got a guest, StreamYard panels. We've done a couple of things together. We did a Get to Know Us live stream many years ago, and she could be indoors or outdoors or running a StreamYard panel, and she's been featured on many other channels as well. So she's working on 1,900 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone, and then let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And, chill slots. It's okay to ask. As long as nobody gets heated, as long as everybody can be respectful of each other's opinions, because I'll tell you what I think about the whole thing. I'm not going to give you my opinion. If you follow me long enough, you can figure out where I lean. But I'm Canadian. But the thing is, I've been on YouTube for a long time, but I've been on social media from the beginning. Literally, we're talking 30 years now, right, or beyond. And so I hear from extremists on both sides. And you're free to disagree with me whether there's extremists on both sides. I really don't get too far into the discussion. But I see all kinds of memes. And I usually have to go and decipher for myself what on earth I think is going on. What I find is both sides say the same thing. Oh, they're a liar. Oh, they're an airhead. Oh, they this and that. We hear the same nonsense every 4 years. It doesn't matter who's running. It's the same battle, the same things that they say. So, I'll tell you this. As a Canadian, more so than almost anybody in the world, I would say that what the United States affects us deeply. When you travel in between the United States and Canada, my opinion is that there's really not much difference. You know what I mean? Especially the northern states don't have, a lot of thick accents. I got a lot of friends in Buffalo and Rochester, and I spent a lot of time in the Northeast. But when you cross the border, we have a lot of the same gas stations and restaurants and things like that. It looks almost the same, but it very much affects us as the next door neighbor. Let's just say everything the United States government does, the Canadian government does very similarly. So we'll see, but I promise you we're counting on our American friends, and more so than ever before. I know we probably say that every 4 years as well, but I would bet that in the Tuber Chat family, it's probably a 50-50 split as to who everybody likes or wants to win. And I'll tell you, myself personally, our system works different in Canada. I'm not going to talk about it too long, but our thing works different in Canada. We don't have a 4-year limit. So what can happen here is somebody in any kind of power, I believe it works for the cities as well as the provinces, as well as the federal government. If you get your seat, you could potentially stay there forever. And I think that's terrible. So in every other aspect of life, I would usually believe we need the best person for the job at all times. But when it comes to the prime minister or president or leader of a country, I believe that the 8-year restriction is of benefit. I'd be willing to take the second best person for the job, because I believe change is necessary in the top position. For any other company or entity, I probably wouldn't think the same way, but for Prime Minister and President, I absolutely do. But, to my American friends, we are counting on you. Very much so. And if somebody was to ask me, I'll be careful about how I say this, but I'm sure I'll make you laugh when I say it. If somebody was to ask me who I thought was gonna win the election, I would say, listen, I don't know if God loves anybody enough to make that dream come true twice, but that can probably decipher for you which way I would go. Michael's Adventures is up on the screen right now. One of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey. He is working on 1,500 subscribers, and he has posted more videos than almost anybody in the Superchat family. He might have the highest count, actually, at 3,800 videos in total. That includes a few shorts. But Michael's Adventures posts every single day, lately twice a day, and he's been known to post even 3 times a day at times. So when we look at Michael's Adventures, we see that this creator is going to bring us a lot of wildlife, including raccoons, foxes, deer, opossums. There's a lot of bird watching on the channel, and he brings us a lot of nature as well. It could be a walk outdoors with a story to be told or a look around his area. And then this creator occasionally has scratched some lottery tickets or gotten into a slot game on a tablet and things like that. But this is where the focus is. He posts in advance, and this is something that can really help to let your videos kind of percolate in the recommendation engine or algorithm for a while. You'll see, like I said, he posts frequently, so sometimes he's doing a walk around, or he might even give us a drive along occasionally in videos. But he's got a lot of these visitors that come around his area, and he makes sure they're well fed, and he's able to get us a lot of content. His videos go anywhere from half an hour to 2 hours long in most cases. So 1,500 subscribers is next up. He's monetized right now. Super Chats and memberships available, but he's working on his 4,000 hours. So if anybody wants to swap playlists, I know he'll be willing to do that. And then thank you, Chill Slot. So I'm always happy to talk about that stuff. I just don't bring it up here because I'm, terrified of people getting into fights and we're going to lose friends and everything else. Because it's really hard sometimes not to get heated. Because sometimes people can't understand each other's stance, Lewis Acre Farm Karma, mentioning that Thanksgiving is coming up for our American friends. We in Canada had ours about 3 weeks ago. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Actually, I think I love political conversation with friends and things like that, as long as things don't get heated ever. But I'm very lucky to seem to have a lot of respectful people around that I haven't had to get into any kind of conversation. Gabriella Smarandaki, thank you for being here. She's been a member for a long time. Did her so the message, how do you remove your payment? So that's got to be done on YouTube. And what she's talking about, so Gabriella Smarandaki hasn't been able to be in often, but she's had her membership for a very long time. So if you go into where, if you're on YouTube anywhere at all, and you go here onto your logo, and you go down to purchases and memberships, you're going to be able to see like all your super chats and your rolling memberships and things like that right now. So you see my memberships here, and I've got all my moderators listed here, right? And then all you have to do if you wanted to let one go, like if I want to, if I wanted to cancel the Stock Explorer, you just go here and you can go to cancel, right? And this is going to start the process. You just follow a few prompts and then you can stop that membership if you want to, but it's very easy to do. It does it automatically, and it'll just stop charging right away. Your membership will probably continue until the next billing date, so you'll still have the benefits of membership if you want them, if that makes sense. So hopefully that's helpful. Gabriella Smarandaki's been an incredibly supportive creator, but not active on YouTube lately. And then Patty Fish, good to see you in the house. That's a longtime friend as well. The Stock Explorer is up on the screen right now. This is Nora. It was her birthday yesterday. If anybody hasn't had a chance to wish her a happy belated birthday, I know she'll appreciate that. I think she's still here right now. 2,200 subscribers, working on 2,300. Originally, she started the channel with the intent of talking about the stock markets and crypto markets. She does it in a level-headed and down-to-earth way, with everything from videos to shorts to live streams, and everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like options trading, NFTs, and things like that. She's really expanded the content on the channel. Now, when talking about stocks and other things, she's been known to have product in hand a lot of the time. Sometimes it's friendly conversation on the channel, and she expanded a couple years ago into a lot of lottery ticket scratching. And lately she's got a series called Scratching with Strangers. I know she's really aiming to get these videos up to 100 views per video and getting really close here. Shorts bring pure variety on this channel, but they've gotten up to 4,000 views, one over 11,000. That one still trickles in views actually. And then live streams on the channel as well. Now, Nora could be talking stocks and crypto. She could have charts and graphs for us to see. A lot of StreamYard panels and a lot of friendly conversation. I've actually joined her on our channel. We had a conversation about YouTube last year for about a couple of hours, as a matter of fact. Another of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey, and Nora's been with us for well over 4 years now. So let's spin. We'll get another channel ready to go. And then, forgive me, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right. Is it Sister Nekchanire? And then please correct me if I'm mistaken. I would love to pronounce that properly. And then Jennifer, is it Abugu? Is that how I pronounce that? I'm just curious to see. And then, yeah, Gabriella Smarandaki, let me get Chocolate Drop ready to go. I'll show you one more time. So when we got Chocolate Drop up on the screen, this is another dear friend. She's been with us for years as well. I'm not sure if it's 4 years, but it's probably close. 3 for sure. When we go up on YouTube, it could be on any page at all when you're on YouTube, but not in the YouTube studio. You got to be on YouTube, like where you're going to watch videos or look at your own channel. You go up to the right, and then you go down to purchases and memberships. And this is where you're going to see all your Super Chat history on that account and your memberships. You got to make sure you're in the right account, though, for sure, which you should be. And then all you do is, like Michael's Adventures here, for instance, you go on Manage Membership, and then you can click Cancel. Right? And it tells you when the next billing date is. It's actually a few weeks from now for me. But, and I'm obviously on YouTube Premium as well. But it should be right there. And then Chocolate Drop is up on the screen right now. This is a creator that's always smiling, always laughing. I wonder how long ago it was that I caught you for that live stream. Was it already 2 months ago? She was cooking. Yeah, I think it's already been that long. She's got another one coming up, though, tonight. Half an hour from now, she's going to do another one. So right after Tuber Chat, basically. And then, no, Gabriella Smarandaki, it's not in YouTube Studio. It's just on YouTube. So if you just, like, go as if you're going to watch videos. In the YouTube Studio, you won't find it. I know it doesn't make sense, but that's the way they've got it set up. So again, just one more time, I'll show you. When you click on the menu here, you'll see purchases and memberships. So not in the YouTube Studio. Mitchy Boo, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Chocolate Drop as well. So not just cooking. She's going to take us out for a lot of shopping and haul videos. Oh, playing spades. I've never played that. I play a lot of poker, though. And then live streams on the channel as well as shorts. These have now gotten into 9,000, 12,000, even 13,000 views and beyond, which is great to see. And then Charinators just coming in quickly to... oh, yeah, so Charinator, actually, this is a problem that's now starting to happen with a few creators again. Michael's Adventures is having trouble on a lot of channels right now. He's become more active over the last couple of weeks. But Charinator, so there's a common glitch on YouTube. And what we can do to fix that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab your URL right here in my URL bar. And then I'm going to go into my channel, into the settings. So let me go to the YouTube Studio here. And when I go into the channel settings, I'm going to go to community. This is the same place where we add members and moderators. There's a section here called approved users. And what can happen, this is used for a couple of things now, but if I put your channel in the approved users, you might have already been in there actually. So there it is, Charinator's in there. If I click save, I think you were already in there though. That should help. Now, the second thing I recommend though is literally resetting the device that you're on, whether it's a phone, a tablet, or a computer. I know in 2024 it shouldn't make sense that we have to do that to get things to work, but for whatever reason, a lot of times it works. So if you find yourself not in somebody's chat, that's the first thing to do is reset your device. The second thing to do is reach out to the host or a moderator on another channel, or on another platform like Instagram or somewhere else, so that you can let them know you're having trouble, and then they can put you into the approved user section. Mr. Bubbles, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Forgive me, everybody. My voice is at its end for today. Charinator is going to bring us a lot of video gameplay. This creator's been known to play a lot of Euro Truck Simulator. Pardon me, my allergies are on me too. But they've actually mixed up a lot of different things. Yeah, Michael's Adventures, I think, is experiencing the glitch because he became so much more active all at once. Like, he's active on YouTube already, but because he probably doubled up or maybe even more his time. Because in the early days of Tuber Chat, we saw a lot of that. Hilda DC remembers this as well. Trying to go into chats thinking you're blocked because nobody can see you, but that's not the case. It's just that the channel is like, we call it shadow banned from YouTube, and you just got to be either added into the approved users section or be added as a moderator. I don't recommend everybody add each other as moderators and stuff like that, but if it's somebody you know and trust and they're having trouble getting into the chat, you could. It should help. Charinator as well has got 700 views on a couple of his shorts videos, and then live streams as well, with another mix of more video gameplay. This creator's got a second channel where they're going to introduce us to more creators with StreamYard panels. Charinator Chat is where this creator's going to bring that for us, working on the first 100 subscribers right now, and they've already been doing quite a few live streams, so just about weekly. We'll see if they're going to keep those up. I'll spin the wheel. I'll get another channel coming up in a minute. And then just in case Gabriella Smarandaki is still listening, if you want to just add me on Instagram, if you use that, I'm not sure if we're already connected. It's just Tuber Chat always on any platform, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, anywhere else. If you're still having trouble, just let me know and I'll help you, try to help you get through the membership thing there. And then Bella's Whisper Farmstead's up right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Next up, Bella's Whisper Farmstead is here with 1,700 subscribers. And Bella's Whisper Farmstead is a combination of Kristen and Mike together. Sometimes they're together, sometimes they're separating the camera work and videos. This channel brings us homesteading on a budget, and they do an extremely thorough job, first of all, in planning their videos, but secondly, when they bring us their content. A lot of it is outdoors, but they might bring us indoors as well, and they work on some pretty elaborate projects, as a matter of fact, on this channel. So, dynamic creators both, you can see that. They've got shorts, and they all fall in line with the long-form content here, getting into 2,600, 3,300 views and beyond. And sometimes Kristen will take us out for a walk around outdoors or an otherwise relaxing live stream. So we'll see if they're going to keep those up. It's been a month, but we keep our notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from everybody as we can as well. And then the Grove's Bargain Emporium is coming up. I feel bad. I think I didn't say hello to them when they came into the chat. I'm not sure if I waved. You know, some of you know that I wave if the break is on or something like that. And then, Nora celebrated her birthday, the Stock Explorer, yesterday. So if anybody hasn't already wished them a happy belated birthday, I hope you will. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. I've got the Grove's Bargain Emporium by Stephanie Groves up on the channel. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. They've just been with us a couple of times. I think I used this live stream to run as the first video to connect with this creator. But I still have a lot to learn over here. So they were here earlier. I'm not sure if they're still here. And I think they're doing auctions on live streams where you're able to bid while the live stream's running. We got a few friends that do these. And then they buy all, their family are, they and their family are avid buyers of all things thrift, yard sales, estate auctions, things like that. And then, yes, it looks like they're putting things up and then everybody can bid. And these are really exciting and fun. You can bid on objects or like items while they've got them up. Sometimes creators do StreamYard panels like this for these as well. This is really cool. So I'm looking forward to getting to know the channel better. But this is a popular genre and category on YouTube as well. So thank you everybody for the time that you spent. I didn't mean to go over time. We'll let the stream run for 3 more minutes like we always do. Thank you to our moderators. We all know that these live streams couldn't be what they are if it wasn't for their help. But thank you everybody for the time that you spent. We're over 3 hours now, so we'll be back on Monday. Monday. I haven't decided what time it's going to be. So as soon as I figure that out, I'll post the stream in advance. But I really have no idea right this second. So I'll try to get on it soon. And then we try to go every other day or so. So hopefully everybody's had fun meeting each other in the chat. And thank you again for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. And then we will see everybody again soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.